Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. It's Kate Bolt, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator here in the UK for Coffee and Cards live on Facebook. I'm here every Tuesday morning normally for some paper crafting fun, and welcome to you if you are joining me. I am gonna just turn my laptop on. Well, it's on. I'm just gonna bring my page up to make sure I'm live in the right place. Good morning, Carol. Actually, good afternoon. I'm a little later today with my coffee and cards. There is a reason for the time change, but I do apologise to my regular usual ladies who join me at 11. Today we had a bit of a swap around. Let's just refresh the page, make sure I am in the right place. Let's have a look. Oh yes, there I am. I don't really want to watch myself, but there I am, and I'll be able to see the comments. Hello Zaina, hello Carol, hello everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, so we, as you might know, had our kitchen replaced. It's all done, it's beautiful, I'm very happy with it. Life is back to normal, no more washing up in the sink, in the bathroom, and no more eating out of a microwave. It's absolutely stunning. But the kitchen designer chap was around today. He was around this morning taking photographs at precisely the time I would have been live. So I just wanted to push it back a little just to make sure I was not overlapping with him. So that's where I was this morning. But it's all done and it's lovely. And thank you for bearing with me with that. We're now currently having our driveway replaced, which is directly here in front of me. My craft room has a bay window overlooking the drive in the front of the house. There may be a lot of noise. They just started using their stone cutting equipment and there was quite a bit of noise. So if that happens and goes on for any length of time and disturbs us, I'll move us into another room and go live again. But hopefully will be good. So good morning to you all. It is lovely to join you and the sun is shining and it's a beautiful day. I wasn't here last Tuesday. It was my son's birthday. I can't believe he's 20. We had a day out in London. He wanted ice skates for his birthday, so we went to a specialist ice skating centre shop in London, bought him his ice skates, and yeah, he's away. He's brilliant. So good morning, Hilary. Lovely for you to join me. It's been such a busy but lovely time in our household. So 2 birthdays, all sorts going on. And it feels almost normal because we could go out to celebrate their birthdays, which is lovely. My husband's birthday as well. Yeah, all is well in the world. And I feel like the sun on our skin makes a massive difference, doesn't it? Oh, so how are you all? I don't have a coffee this morning. I have a can of Coke because it's a bit warm outside. I hope you have a drink. Do you have a drink with you? So a little bit of chat before we get crafting. I sent an email out this morning to all the people who subscribe to my newsletter, my Stampin' Up email news. I always send one out. I sent one out yesterday. I send one out every month with all the Stampin' Up offers and news and updates and things that I'm doing. So I sent that out. So if you want to subscribe to my newsletter, you can visit my blog at inkstampshare.ink and there's a sign up form there. You can just sign up or just email me and I'll manually add you in. And you can always opt out. There's obviously the opt out option at the bottom of each newsletter. So yeah, do have a look at that or subscribe if you like to. Lots of news in there. Yeah, definitely subscribe. And I sent out another one this morning to my coffee and card ladies. So those of you who come to coffee and cards in person and regularly used to come, I had a whole email list just of those ladies regarding coffee and cards. So I sent one out of those this morning. So if you're interested in that, have a look at that. It might be in your inbox or it might be in the spam folder. And if you're not one of my regular coffee and cards ladies, but you're interested, just let me know and I'll send you the email. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Paula. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everyone. So I am very sorry I don't have a kit in the post for you this month. There's a couple of reasons for that. So I did fully intend to have a June coffee and cards kit in the post, but I am reviewing it. So I thank you to those of you who've been subscribing over the last few months. It's going really well. But I'm going to tweak it slightly because I'm finding using one stamp set over 4 weeks, I feel a little bit limiting in what I can offer and what I can show. So I'm just going to tweak it, and I will definitely have a July kit for you. I'm glad you're there, Joe. Hi, Louise. I'm very well. I hope you're well. Let me know. How are you? And how are you, Zaina? I hope you're better. I hope you're all good. Yeah, so that's my news about my kit in the post. So that will be coming back for July. It will be tweaked slightly. For those of you who love to craft along with me, I hope you continue to do so. This month I'm going to be mostly using the Pansy Patch stamp set and this one that we're using today called the Plentiful Plants, part of the Bloom Where You're Planted suite. So that is what I'm going to be mostly using this month. There may be a little bit of added in there. And then I have a kit class coming on the 24th of the month, which news will be going out about that today. So you just need to order your kit online and then you can come to my kit class. You're having a week off work. Oh my God, that's the best thing ever. Sitting in the sunshine and chilling with your crafting. Absolutely spot on. That's so nice. I need to get out in the sun now too. It's lovely. Right, we are going to be using this stamp set today that I just showed you. Here, I'm going to try and turn this around. I'm not very clever at this, am I? But we will go for it. Where is the... I can't remember how to do it. Oh, lordy, the little tool thing. Here we are. Oh, let me put my glasses on so I can see what I'm showing you. So, oh, I'm a bit close to you. So, Plentiful Plants. A little note with the biggest thanks. Sorry, it's back to front. You were there and I am very grateful. Thank you to a dear friend. You touched my heart. Love you so very much. And then all these beautiful stamped images. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this. I've got the whole suite. Absolutely beautiful. It's got some dies to go with it. The first card we're going to make will be just using the stamps, proper old-fashioned coffee and card style. A nice one-layer simple card, just using the stamp set. There we are, we're back flipped again. Just so that, you know, this is what we generally do at Coffee and Cards, have a nice one layer card, simple for a beginner or an advanced crafter. Anybody can do it. Sorry, I'm very close to you. And then I will be using a stepped up using the dies so you can get a better idea of what you can do with it. Right, I'm going to flip you round and we'll get crafting. And if I somehow, I want to get rid of the comments, I don't know. Right, I'm going to flip you around. Hold on to your hats while I do that. It's all a bit strange. I don't know what I'm doing here. Here we go. There we are. Oh, hi, Mum. Hi, Jen. When I flip you around, I don't have the comments, so I've got them back now. So let me see if I could do that. Here we go. The only thing is I need to get my my tripod back, which is... Oh, hi, Wendy. I love a lurker. You lurk as much as you like, my lovely. I'm so glad you're here. You don't ever feel like you have to comment or anything. It's nice if you do, if people do. But lurkers, they're very welcome. Right, let's pop that in. You can see all the different inks I've got out today. I've got them all out. Many, many inks. I don't need them all, but I've got a lot. Is that too close, guys? Yes, that... Oh. Oh, hang on. Facebook is doing something very weird. There we are. So, yes, I am later today, Mum. We had something going on this morning. So the guy who designed our kitchen came over to take photographs. Oh, my Lord. Just give me a second. I do apologise. I think it's the driveway men are at the door. So, hold on there, if you don't mind. Alfie, don't forget. there we go. I do apologise. The guys at the front need a car moved. Oh, that was all a bit mad. So is that staying still? I think so. Right, here we go. Let's have a bit of fun with crafting. Are you still with me? I haven't lost you, I hope. Right, okay. We are going to have some fun. Now, where's all my supplies that I got ready? That would be useful, wouldn't it? So I've got a piece of cardstock in basic white. And then I have got, another piece of cardstock for my base. And that is in soft succulent. Is it? Yeah. I believe that's soft succulent. So that's my one layer on my card. And I'm going to be stamping on this piece. But we're going to have a landscape card like that. Okay, right. Let's have a bit of fun with this. Have you all seen this lovely stamp set in the catalogue? Have you noticed it? Was it one that you would be tempted with? So, Louise, I always cut my basic white layer, the one that's going to be stamped on, 1/2 centimetre smaller than the layer behind it. So I've only got one layer on here. So my A4 is scored at 10.5 and then cut at 14.9. So this is my A4 cut in half. And so my basic white layer goes down by 1/2 centimetre. So it is 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres. Just 1/2 centimetre smaller. If I had another layer on it, I would then bring it down by 1/2 centimetre again. But literally just work down in 1/2 centimetre increments because I like that kind of little border around the outside. So let's have some fun with the stamping. Okay, I've already done a couple of pieces just to play with it, but I'm going to start again to show you. Right, I've got all of these inks out. So if you're going to make a card, go into your stash, grab a load of greens and neutrals, anything that you like. I have just picked out Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent. I've got Early Espresso. I'm not going to use all of these. Crumb Cake and Cinnamon Cider. They're not shut properly. Okay. And then I've got these as well. I just got a load, but I'm not going to be using them all. I'm just going to use a few. I've got Mint, Macaron, Just Jade, Basic Grey, Garden Green and Soft Suede. And then I've got a pop of colour with this bright polished pink. Sometimes, Louise, I'll show you a little box I've got. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I cut a stash of layers to keep them to hand because nearly always they use the same sizes. So look at this little box. It's full of layers in different colours. But all the bases are exactly the same size. All of these card bases. So if I cut one, I keep the other one and pop it in a box. And then all my layers... I have extra layers in here. That's a bit big, actually. I don't know why that's in there. They are all the same size. So sometimes it's... And if I have extra white pieces, like I've got a white layer in there, this is all my extra pieces when I'm cutting up, so that I never waste anything. But, yeah. To be honest, I make so many cards that I don't very often have many white layers left. So I just cut them as I go along, to be fair. But sometimes I make a stash because I make so many. Okay. Right, I've picked out a load of the stamps. I've got the flower pot. So I'm going to be using a lot of the stamps in the stamp set. And I'm going to make a beautiful little scene of all these plants in plant pots. I think I am going to go with... I decided already. I think I'm going to go with Soft Suede for the plant pot. And I'm going to kind of put it, I'm going to leave a gap down here because I want my sentiment at the bottom right. I've already decided. So I'm going to put it sort of there. Now, one of the leaves in the stamp set is quite high, it's quite tall, so I need enough room here for it to go. So that's that one. And I think I am going to put the big green stamp on that, and that I think I'll do in Evening Evergreen. So I'm just choosing as I go along. I don't really mind what green. I don't think it matters. This is quite a nice dark one. Now, the thing I like about these stamps is they're kind of watercolory, faded. They give a shadow in all the right places. They've got variegations on the leaves. They're lovely. They've got this kind of cross-hatch idea. Does that make sense? That's why they kind of look like that. I really love that. So that's that one. Put them on the stamp cleaner. And then there's a cute little one here. Let's take that one off and use this one. There's a cute little pot, little round one. And I think I am going to stamp that out of maybe crumb cake, something like that. So that's a nice neutral. I use crumb cake a lot. It's a good one to have in your stash. So, hi Karen, good morning. So I've put that one in. I might overlap it because I don't think it really matters hugely. It might overlap a little bit much actually, because I'm going to put a cactusy kind of thing going in there. Let's try it out and see. Yeah, that overlaps a bit too much. What about this one? Yeah, I might just do that one. Do the cactus afterwards. So a different green. This one was Evening Evergreen. I think I'll go for Just Jade. That's a good colour. Don't feel like that's stuck on there very well. Right, let's try it. It's quite green, so I think it overlaps. It doesn't really matter because it's really quite green and it kind of masks it. So that's that one. I was really drawn to this stamp set. I think I'm going to go for another big pot. No, I'm going to go for the little pot. No, we've got a tiny pot. I think I'm going to use that one. This one, and I think I'm going to do in a grey. I had a grey colour. Here, I've got basic grey. So it doesn't really matter. Just go with what you've got. Good morning, Sue. Thank you for joining us. And I'm going to bring it down slightly. I'm going to put that pop of pink in it. Here's this one. Now this one also looks like leaves. This one. But I feel that if you used a bright colour, it could be a flowers, trailing flowers, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it in the polished pink to give it a nice pop of colour. Love this. Now it's going to be a bit mad over the top of that, but we're going to try it and go for it. Oh yeah, I like that. I do like that. So that one's there. Right. I should bring my stamp cleaner closer because I'm using so many. Now I've got my arm in the shot, I think. Sorry if I have. Right, there we are. One more. I think I'm going to do another big pot. And what colour big pot shall I do? I know, I'll use cinnamon cider, I think. That's a good brownie colour, isn't it? Let's bring this up a bit so you can see. Here we go, cinnamon cider. I have to say, I agree with you, Zaina. In fact, I've used it a lot since it came out. The Magenta Madness I used the other day, and I've started using that more too, but that really is a shocker of a pink. This one is much less so, and I find it much more usable. I don't know what plant or what I'm going to put in this one, so I might just bring it over to the side a bit. Good morning, Doreen. Yeah, I'll leave a little gap because it doesn't really matter. And I am going to put some cactus in it because I love a succulent. And because it's a succulent, I'll use soft succulent ink. Oh, did you? That's a perfect colour for tulips. Good idea. Using the polished pink on a tulip stamp is a great plan. Oh, I have a little gap. My cactus are floating. I wonder if I can do that. That's a bit better. I just gave it a little bit more colour at the bottom too. So far, so good. The chaps outside are not stone cutting, but we'll see. Okay, so I can then choose what I'm going to put for my sentiment. I am going to put a little note with the biggest thanks. That is a lovely one. And I could put it on this one here. So I think... Oh, have you done something different with your pink? Oh, I'd love to know what you've done. I have a little ink mark down there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to cut that up. I'm going to have to own it. This is also down a bit further than I want it to go, so I might just pop it there. And I might just use Early Espresso, I think is the colour. Did I get that one out? Yes, it's a really nice, rich brown, almost black, but much softer. So let's have a go. A little note with the biggest thanks. Sometimes you want to make a card, you don't have a die cutting machine, you don't have dies, and you want to use it. So it's nice to do a coffee and cards type style card. One layer, everyone can do. Oh, I've got another one. Oh, I am rubbish today. How did I get a halo? I haven't done one for ages. Never mind, we can't worry about it. I'll find a way of covering it up. A little note with the biggest thanks. All those lovely flower pots. I'm going to put some glue on it. I haven't had the glue out. Lots and lots of glue. Okay, a little note with the biggest thanks. Okay. And then on the inside, I need a piece of the inside. So I will have the same size on the outside as I have on the inside. Okay, exactly the same. So 10 by 14.3. I'm going to stamp another sentiment on the inside. Just the thank you. I could put you were there and I'm very grateful, but I want a general thank you. So I'm going to use that nice big thank you. Like that. Let's use this block. I'm going to end up covered in glue and ink, aren't I, by the time we've finished? Are any of you crafting with me today? I would love to know. Are you making anything? What are you doing? Or are you just doing something else or just watching? Thank you. Love that. So I think what we'll do is we'll add some leaves on the inside. And what was this colour? Evening Evergreen, wasn't it? It just dries so much lighter. Oh, Jenny, you crafted along with me. Thank you. That's fabulous. Love that. There we go. So just a little bit on the inside there. Let's pop this inside. There we go. So I'm very excited about the kits that we've got. They are selling out though, guys. So if you want to come to my kit event, my kit class on the 24th. Make sure you order yourself a kit soon because they started off with 10 different kits available. I think we're down to 6 and they're an amazing price point, but they're all pretty good. Okay, let me see if I've got any gems because we like a gem. Right, my linen thread, I'll need that for the next one. So I've got some of these. These are rather nice. These are the in colour ones. And I've got, because we've got cinnamon cider, I don't know where last year's in colour ones are. They should be in my little box, but they are nowhere to be seen. Oh yes, there they are. But I've hardly any left. So, see, that's that Magenta Madness. It's really... Oh, are you using the pansy stamps? That's brilliant. See, I could use some of these, but I feel it might be a bit much. So we've got Just Jade and we've got Magenta Madness and we've got... So I've mixed both years in colours, I feel, on this card. Right, what am I going to use? I think we will use these ones. These are this year's in colour faceted gems. If I can get into them. The Pansy Patch, absolutely beautiful. I'm definitely going to be using those this month. I want to kind of cover up some of these ink splatters, but I don't think it's going to work because it's too near the edge. So I think we're just going to have to own it. Right, I'm going to go for Soft Succulent because I like those and I'm using the bigger ones. After all, it's not mass produced, it's handmade. So there we go, there's our first card. A little note with the biggest thanks. Oh, I'm glad you like this card, Jo. I love the pansies as well. Absolutely love them. In fact, this annual catalogue has blown it out of the park for me. I love a lot of the stuff in it, really do. Just gonna have a little drink. Okay, so that's our first card made. I'll show you the other ones that I made. Well, I actually half made. I was trying to design these today to see what I was going to make. So this was my first one. I haven't even glued it together. A little note with the biggest thanks. And I literally did 3 pots. So just with the similar colours, but a little different. And then I did this one, which is possibly nearer what I ended up with. But you can make as many scenes and different things as you like. Really like those. So that's those. I do need to glue that on. I think I will glue that on. Look, I was practicing on the other side. It's good that a piece of cardstock has 2 sides, isn't it? And then I need to do the inside, but I'll do that later on. There's a huge lorry outside the front of our house again. Massive. I think they're bringing all the sand that goes underneath the driveway. Right, so those 2, I think they're cute. Loving those. Okay, and then we're going to go on to a second card. Let's put those to the side. Now, I haven't even made this one. I've just kind of got it in my head. And I do need to cut up some more white cardstock. So this is the same size card base. It's A4 scored and cut in half at 10.5 and 14.8. Okay, and this is in Soft Succulent, which is that colour. So it all matches, which makes life so much easier for us, doesn't it? Let me grab some white. So let's take a white layer. So Louise, if you're still with me, you can see how I'm cutting mine. So I'm going to take it to 14.3 down here. Keep that one to the side. And then by 10. So that should be perfect on there. Oh, and we'll want another one for the inside, won't we? So I take the other piece that's left and trim that to the right size as well. So that's 10. Oh, there goes that machine. Can you hear it? 14.3. Okay, so we now have an inside and a front. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to use some of the dies, and I've already got some of the bits sorted, not a lot, but I'll show you the dies that go alongside the stamps. These are called the Perfect Plants dies, and they go alongside all the stamps that you've already seen. And these are the stamps. So as you can see, this one cuts out this one cuts out this one cuts out the succulent cactus. This one cuts out this lovely leaves or flowers. What else? This one cuts out this spray here. This cuts out the flower pot. That's the other flower pot. Got this gorgeous hanging basket, macrame, and then like another little kind of macrame basket as well. And then we've got these tiny pots here as well. So there's a lot going on that you can use, and you can use separately or with the stamps. They also cut out some of the designer series papers that are with this suite. So it cuts out the plant pots, all of these, and it cuts out these leaves. It's brilliant. Love it. Okay, so we're going to be using some of that. So what I have done isn't very much. I just cut out a macrame pot because I knew I wanted one of those. I decided to cut out the little cactus to see what it looked like out of some soft succulent cardstock. It's embossed as well, like that. And then that's it, I think. And then I've just got some stamping that I started doing because I was trying to decide what colours to stamp things in. And I've got some different leaves there. And that was as far as I'm in. So let's put this to the side, all these pieces. And we will go for it. Okay, so I'm not going to use the designer series paper today. I'm just going to go for the stamping. So I think we will stamp in, I really want to stamp it in cinnamon cider. Let's try that. This is the big flower pot. And they're all inky. Okay. I'm going to stamp that one here. Like that. I love the shading on that one. So that's that. So I've already stamped some of these, so we're just going to cut them out. And I do think I want some of this. I did stamp and cut out one of these, but I think I want it in that colour. So we're gonna go with that for now. Now I've also introduced something else into this card that's in my head. I did one similar to this during my Friday live on Friday night. I will show you what I did. Okay, so I'm going to use my piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to bring in the Bricks and Mortar 3D embossing folder. This is a brilliant embossing folder. Goes through the stamping, cut and emboss machine, and it gives you this great brick image. Can you see the bricks? And some of them are raised, well, they're all raised, but some of them are more raised than others, and they have a lot of texture. So I'm going to use that. So we're going to have a brick wall. Now we're going to have it landscape. So I need to make sure I put it in the embossing folder the right way around. I'm going to do it like that. Just bring it out a bit so that it's got brick all the way through it, and I'll just pop it through this, just change my plates. Tell tells you on the base plate, in case you don't know, it tells you on your base plate that you get with your machine. If you're using a 3D embossing folder, you just need the base plate and plate number 4, which comes with it, which is just for 3D embossing folders. So that's the easy thing. You pop that in there, pop that in there, and that's your sandwich. And it just rolls through nicely. Except I didn't put mine in very straight. Let's put it in again. That's better. There we are. Here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. I love that. I do like that a lot. Can you see that? Look how some of them are really raised, and then we've got all this texture to it. Really like that. I'm going to do what I did the other day because I really liked it. I had fun doing it. I am going to get a sponge dauber, and I can't remember what colour I used the other day. I think it was a darker colour, but I'm going to use crumb cake, and we're going to make a nice mess. Always like a nice mess. Have I got a scrappy bit of paper? No, let's just go with it and make it a mess. Doesn't matter, does it? Right, I'm going to pick up some of the ink using this little sponge dauber on my finger, straight from my ink pad, and I'm going to take a bit of it off so it's not too harsh, and I'm just going to gently rub it very gently across the top so that the raised parts pick up more than the flat parts, and you get this nice weathered brickwork. And depending on how much ink you lay down depends on the result that you get. Simple way to make a nice background. You could use a blending brush, you could use a brayer, you could use any kind of sponge that you have. This was just easy and was to hand. There we go. How cool is that? I love that. So that's going to be our background. I still haven't decided what I'm doing with this card, but this one's going to go in the middle, I think. It's going to kind of go at the top. All right, and now we're going to start cutting out some of these images that I have stamped. And I'll probably cut some others out as well. Right, so the flower pot needs to get cut out. Swap my plates back on my machine. And I will stick it together with some washi tape so it doesn't move when I run it through the machine. My hedgehoggy tape I've had forever. Let's pop that one on there. And I really might as well cut that one out while I'm at it, because if you cut more out at once, you go through the machine less times. Morning Kay, morning Hazel, lovely for you to join me. Okay. So if you're tempted by the stamp set and the dies, you can buy them separately or you can buy them in a bundle. If you buy them together in a bundle, you save 10%. It's always worth doing that. If you like the other things that are in the suite, like the papers, there's also some lattice. There's one order number if you want to buy the whole suite as well. So you can buy them separately or together. If you buy the whole suite with it all in it, you still get the bundle discount, the 10%. There we are. It's always worth knowing about saving money. Okay, so we've got this one. And then I'm going to leave that there so I know where the dies are. I'm going to cut out this one and this one, and I seem to have lost that little cactus that I had. I'm good at misplacing things. It'll likely turn up in a minute, no doubt, or I'll cut it again and then find it straight after. what happens. Oh, are you off now, Mum? I hope you're going somewhere nice or doing something nice. Are you going quilting? I can't remember. Thank you anyway for joining me. Mum's quilting group is starting back up again, I think she said. She's very lucky. I'm very much looking forward to when we can start things back up again. Mum's in Wales. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to when we can do things safely. I'm sure it won't be long. Who is looking forward to coffee and cards in person? I am. Right. Let's find my other cutting plate. That noise is normal, do not worry. It makes a cracking noise when it goes through the machine to cut it out. So we've got the leaves, got lots of leaves, we've got flowers. Right. That's those. Let's get rid of all the rubbish. And then I'm thinking, I've got any white over here. We should have a little bit more. I think we'll have this stamp. And perhaps this one. That one. Right, let's quickly stamp some of these out in different colours. I think we'll go for a grey one because that might be quite a good contrast. So we'll cut this one out. Oh, what did I do there? That's really odd. I don't think I pressed that hard. I must have. That's better. I love the way that stamps with the deep grey on the bottom. It's so good. That's the grey, and I think we'll go for another dark colour, early espresso, because it needs to pop on that background with the bricks. Right, we'll cut those out. I haven't used this die. Let's use that one. Don't think that'll work. Let's get another piece of washi tape. So yeah, you could just cut out all your little pieces that you wanted to make your card with, and then you just assemble it how you'd like it to go. I am thinking another one of these in a different colour, and then we should have enough. So we really want 3 at the bottom there. I think that would look nice. About us taking all day over it. So we've got grey and we've got a really dark brown, and I think we'll go for the lighter crumb cake now. Let's pop these ones through. Sorry if I missed some of your comments. I will pop back through afterwards and have a look and make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's take that one off for there. Pop it on there. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do next week at Coffee and Cards is I'll show you my swaps. So the brand new catalogue launched in May, and I challenged my team to make some swaps from the new catalogue. And so a few of the team joined in. It was so lovely. We all sent each other card swaps. And I'll share those with you next week. I'll get them all together again and show them to you because they're fabulous. I didn't cut that one out very straight, so I'm going to trim it. It's hardly anything coming off it, but it would bother me. Just like a sliver off there. And here. You can always doctor it, you see. There we go. Ooh. I couldn't understand why I was so hungry. I just realised because I'm an hour later. It's lunchtime. Take that one off so I don't lose it. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're going to do. So I've got my big pot and I'm going to pop this one in. I think I'm going to pop this one in as well. And I think I'm also going to put the flowers in it. So it's going to be a big one. So first of all, I'm going to do... So just decide where you want everything. Yeah, so first of all, I'm going to stick in the dark green leaves. So I'm just going to put glue on the front of the base and I'm going to pop it behind the flower pot like that so it glues it together. Oh my God, that lorry's got bigger. We've got another massive lorry. And I'm going to put... If it's still there when we finish, I'll turn the camera and show you what's going outside the front of my house while we're doing this. I'm going to pop that on there so it's slightly hidden. But you can see the flowers spilling out of that one. Gosh, I'm getting gluey now. It's gluing it to everything. And then, so I'm building up my layers of die cuts. Oh, that's the wrong side. Right, I'm going to bring this here. Just work out where I'm going to pop it. There, like that. Just like that. It's going to be quite high up. Ooh. Then we're going to pop our little basket on the front. So cute, isn't it? So you can put any plants in the pot, any die cuts, just layer them up any way you want. Does not really matter. And I'm just going to put a little blob of Tombow. You can use your the fine tip glue pen, your favourite glue of choice. And I'm just doing it on the cross joins because there is a little bit more room to put your glue there. And of course you don't actually need very much. Layer it on the top like that. And you've got it. And that's going to go in the centre of our card. Like that. And then I'm going to pop these here. Actually, I might not need 3, but I think I'm going to use them. And if only my hand wasn't all gluey. And I think we're going to put some cactuses here, down there. Where did I lose? I lost it, you know. I'm going to have to cut some more out. I'll find it in a minute underneath the debris. So I think I'll cut one out and I'll stamp a couple as well. So we will use soft succulent, mint macaron, and then we've got the soft succulent there. I'm not quite sure what's happening, but the dog is standing at the door. He's in here with me. He's always in here with me when we're doing coffee and cards. He loves to come in and be with us. He is now stood at the craft room door looking at me and wagging his tail. Please, Mum, let me out. But it might be because my husband is out there preparing his lunch. I can hear him. So the dog knows there is food. I don't know why he thinks he's going to get anything. We don't feed him like that, but maybe he's fancying his chances. So a mint macaron one, that's a bit different. Right, so scraps of paper, cut the cactuses out, cut that little cactus out. I'm not going to use that one, I'll save that for another time. Definitely lots of little scraps I save for another time. But these kind of cards where you build up all die cut layers, you could use all your little scraps of coloured cardstock, couldn't you? All your little scraps of white at least. Right, there's one. This one's the soft succulent. Are you still with me? Are you bearing up? This is such a fun card to make with all the different elements. I could have easily done it all in advance, but then you wouldn't have been seeing all the stamping going on and what I was using. So I'll move that one. And I'll just cut another one of these out, even though the other one's going to turn up in a minute, no doubt. Because that's what happens, isn't it? Oops. So this one's a little bit more involved because we're die cutting. There it is. Okay, let's do it. We're going to see how this is going to go. I've got a little cactus here, and then I've got another one here, and I've got one like that, so I might put that in the middle. This is great fun. Oh, don't stick to me. Yes. I might just swap those over so I've got a bit more of a contrast. There we go. And then I just need to glue it all together. Right, where are my sticky dimensional foam pads? Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick each one up. Like that. One is on. I don't really want to, I'm going to stick these two on. Should I stick them all on? No, I'll stick these two on and that one down. So if I'm going to stick this one down, I'll glue it down next. And I'll just put a little bit at the bottom so I can tuck the cactus in at the top. So I can tuck it underneath. Pop a little bit of glue. There, like so. This one can go on next. Just put it over the top. Yeah. And then glue this one flat. Fun. So a little bit more involved this one, but it's not really any different. All I've done is die cut the stamped images. Right, I'm going to put some foam pads on the back of this one. You had a parcel delivery. I can't read it all, Zaina. Sorry you can't watch the whole thing. I'm probably taking a bit too long today. Sorry about that. I'm glad you're watching, and you can catch it up on replay though. And your cats have sneaked in. I'll have a look at what your comment is afterwards. That's funny. Okay, we're going to pop it on here like that. So it's up in the air. Okay, I'm going to stick it down. Oh, I didn't stick the first one on. There we are. Like that. Let's glue it down, and then I can put my sentiment on it. I'm using a fair bit of Tombow. It's quite good to use liquid glue, especially when you have got an embossed layer, because it gets into all those nooks and crannies and sticks it down really well. Liquid glue is good. So there we go. And then I need a piece for inside on the front. Oh, that's not sticking, is it? For the sentiment. Now, what sentiment are we going to put on the front of this card? Something could go up here, I think. Let's have a look. So I have got To a Dear Friend, which would look nice here. But I feel the composition coming down there is nicer. So, thank you. Oh, I like that, thank you. I think we'll go with that. I think we'll put it in cinnamon cider, because we've done this in that. No, we haven't. We've done that in that. We've done that plant pot in that. I'm so glued together, honestly. Right, another scrap of card, which may be quite a good size. So all I do is decide the composition of my card, where I've got a nice gap left, pop my sentiment, and which one I'd like. And I'm not going to do any fancy die cutting. I'm simply going to make a rectangle for it. So stamp it in cinnamon cider on a scrap of basic white, and grab my trimmer and trim it down. Sorry, I just let the dog out. He was looking at me as if I was the most horrible owner in the world then. Like, why won't you let me out of the room? Okay. So, just trim it to fit your sentiment. Don't have to measure it too much. This trim is amazing. I'm just going to pop it up there, I think. So this one can go on foam pads as well. I've got a lot of mess. Let's get rid of it all. You're here, you missed the middle of it. All I did was cut out my stamped images and layered them up into a hanging basket. And some pots with some more stamping. So I have not used the designer series papers at all for this week, but I have done all stamping, and then I have, I keep getting that one stuck to me, and then I have cut it out using the dies. And I have a little thank you popped up like that on my brick wall. And then I am going to use some of our gems just to make it look pretty. Now, these ones and these ones, or these ones. These are the Genial Gems, and I think I'm going to use those. So let's pop these ones out of the way. Or I could use basic rhinestones. I've got lots of those as well. But I fancy these because the colours are perfect. It's soft succulent and then pale papaya. Don't know if I want that one there. There we go. How cool is that? I wonder if that one should go here. Yeah. There we go. So there's our card. I should stamp inside. What have I got? A little note with the biggest thanks. That would be great. Let's do that in the right colour. I've put it somewhere. There it is. A little note with the biggest thanks for inside. And we will pop some leaves in here. Actually, not the big ones. We're going to go for the little ones, I think. We will use, what colour is this? Soft succulent. Sorry about my arm being in the shot. We're going to use it here. Like that. It's going to peep up. And then I'm going to go mint macaron. Like that. Oh, did I really do that? Oh, honestly. How did I do that? Let's do it again. Let's do it again. I'm being very messy. The amount of ink I have all over my hands, I'm surprised I haven't got it much further today. So just as an assortment of inks, I've done one in soft succulent in the middle, and these two are in mint macaron on the other sides. And then we're just going for that nice, a little note, big thanks sentiment. And then we can pop it inside. Have I done it again? Oh, Lord. It's one of those days. Should we not worry about it? Should we ignore it now? There we go. I have a plan. I'm gonna grab the evening evergreen. You'll never know it was there. It was never there. Okay, let's glue it down. Are you all still with me? I'm nearly finished with this card that's taken us hours, it feels like. You're so patient. I love this set. That's so cute, isn't it? And all I've done is I've used the stamps and the dies, variety of greens and neutrals. And I've used the brick embossing folder for that one. Okay, and these are the ones we made earlier, just with stamps and no dies. And there's just one there. So we've made all of those. And then the one I made on Friday, I made this one that was inspired by Hilary. If you're still here, Hilary, thank you so much for your inspiration in doing a slide and lock card. So this bit kind of locks the card shut and then it slides off like that and you can open it up. How cool is that? So that's on my blog. Love that. That's also on my YouTube channel. You can pop over and see that on my YouTube channel on Inkstampshare. So that's that one. So cool, using the same embossing folder. And then I had a blog post where I used some of the designer series papers in the back here. I haven't put the middle in it. Yeah, so that's that. That's the other ones I've made using this set. Loads of versatility with it. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let's move these ones out of the way. So if you are watching me live, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and for your patience today. Thank you. And if you're watching me on replay, do comment and let me know you're watching me on replay. If you're watching me on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I really appreciate it and it helps me a lot. And I will be back on Friday for a Friday live at 7 o'clock over on my YouTube channel. And if you like any of these goodies, do hop over to my shop at katebolt.stampinup.net, and you can find my shop link and everything else and all the information over on my website at inkstampshare.ink. Phew. Thank you guys. I'm going off for lunch now. I hope you do, or if you haven't had it already, go and have your lunch. And thanks so much, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.